Would you spend $400 million on a yacht more luxurious than a five-star hotel? Qatar's royal family did, because when you rule a $335 billion empire, the world is your playground. From private jets to billion-dollar investments, their wealth has no limits. But how do they spend it? Let's explore the secret life of Qatar's richest king. $400 million yacht, where a kingdom's wealth flows. The Qatar yacht is not just a fancy boat, it shows Qatar's huge wealth and power. It is over 400 feet long and costs $400 million. This floating palace is a private getaway for the Qatari royal family. It is made for both fun and business. World leaders, oil billionaires, and rich businessmen meet here in complete privacy. Some of the biggest business deals in the world have been discussed inside this yacht. There is a private movie theater where guests watch the latest films, a multi-story spa for relaxation, and a meeting room that looks like a royal throne room. Security is also very strong. The yacht has bulletproof windows and high-tech cameras to make sure no one can spy on the guests. No one knows exactly who owns Qatar, but all signs show it belongs to Qatar's royal family, the Al Thani. The yacht was first built in 2009 when Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani was in power. Now, people believe it belongs to his son, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the current Emir of Qatar. Whenever this yacht is seen, it makes news. It has been spotted in Monaco, London, and Doha, always near important places where billion-dollar deals happen. Qatar is always moving. Many royal yachts stay in one place for a long time, but this one sails across the world's richest waters. Sometimes it is near the Mediterranean during the Cannes Film Festival. Other times, it is in London's financial district. This yacht is a clear sign of Qatar's financial power. It can also travel in international waters, which means meetings can happen without any country's rules. The Qatari Empire. Their money comes from natural gas, which is the third largest reserve on Earth. This has turned Qatar into a financial giant that controls businesses far beyond its own country. Their power is not just about owning luxury homes and expensive cars. It is about influencing the world. The Al Thani family's wealth is spread across many industries. They own parts of big companies, luxury buildings, and sports teams. In London, they own the Shard, one of the tallest buildings in Europe, and the famous department store Harrods. In sports, they own Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, one of the world's top soccer clubs. They also own part of Volkswagen. So whenever someone buys a Porsche, Audi, or Bentley, Qatar makes money. Their control goes even further. The Qatari royal family owns Al Jazeera, one of the biggest news channels in the world. In most countries, the media is either independent or controlled by the government. But in Qatar, Al Jazeera is a tool of influence. It shapes opinions in the Middle East and beyond, making the Al Thani family powerful not just in business, but also in the news industry. Qatar uses its wealth to invest in businesses across the world. The country's investment fund, called the Qatar Investment Authority, QIA, manages hundreds of billions of dollars. They put money into luxury hotels, top technology companies, and some of the most expensive real estate in the world. When financial crises happen, Qatar buys struggling companies for low prices and later turns them into billion-dollar businesses. Palaces and cars. Unlike regular billionaires who buy one or two luxury houses, the Al Thani family owns entire streets of them. In London, they joined 3 mansions together to make a $140 million palace, a home fit for a king in one of the world's most expensive cities. Inside, everything is custom-made: gold ceilings, diamond chandeliers, private cinemas, and even bulletproof rooms. That is only one of their many homes. In Paris, they own several historic buildings, including a $400 million mansion called Hotel Lambert, which once belonged to European royalty. In Qatar, their palaces are even bigger, with private beaches, exotic gardens, and security as strong as a military base. Some of these palaces are so private that only a few people have ever seen inside. Beyond their homes, the Qatari royals love the finest cars. Their garages are filled with the most expensive and rarest automobiles in the world. Bugattis, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. If it is fast, rare, and worth millions, they own it. But for the Al Thani family, a normal luxury car is not enough. Many of their cars are custom-made with gold-plated exteriors, diamond-studded interiors, and special details that make each one unique. One of their most famous cars is a Rolls-Royce Phantom completely covered in gold. It is not just a car, it is a moving symbol of wealth and power. They also own a collection of Mercedes G-Wagons, each modified with bulletproof armor, high-tech security systems, and five-star hotel-style interiors. These cars provide both safety and luxury. Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al Thani became famous for showing off his supercars on social media. His collection includes a rare Pagani Huayra, a McLaren P1, and a one-of-a-kind Lamborghini Veneno, all of which cost more than most luxury homes. Some of his cars are so rare that only a few exist in the entire world. Jets and yachts. For the Qatari royal family, flying on regular airlines is not an option. Instead, they own some of the most luxurious private jets in the world, each designed to match their extravagant lifestyle. These are not just planes. They are flying palaces with gold-plated interiors, king-sized beds, fancy dining areas, and private lounges. Some of their jets even have conference rooms, so they can make billion-dollar deals while flying. One of the most impressive jets they own is a Boeing 747-8. This type of plane is usually used for commercial flights, but it has been turned into a private jet for the royal family. It has custom leather seats, crystal chandeliers, and the latest technology, making it one of the most advanced private planes in the world. When the Amir of Qatar travels, he does so in complete comfort and security, with a team of staff and security personnel meeting his every need. Their luxury also extends to the sea. The Qatari royals own some of the most expensive yachts ever built, including the $400 million mega yacht Qatar. This floating palace is a luxury resort that can travel anywhere in the world. It has a large helipad for easy arrivals and departures, multiple swimming pools, a private movie theater, and even a spa. A full crew is always on board to serve the royal family, making sure their experience is perfect. Secret control. The wealth of Qatar's royal family is not just about luxury, it is about power. While other billionaires show off their money, the Al Thani family prefers to work behind the scenes. They control businesses, real estate, and global markets through secret investments. Their money moves through hidden bank accounts, secret partnerships, and quiet shares in some of the world's biggest companies. Most people do not realize it, but the Qatari royals likely have a financial connection to things they use every day. One of their most famous purchases is Harrods, the famous London department store. In 2010, Qatar's wealth fund bought Harrods for about $2.3 billion, turning it into their luxury shopping center. But that was just the start. Over the years, they have quietly bought some of London's most valuable properties, including the Shard, the tallest building in the UK, and a large part of Canary Wharf, London's financial center. When people walk through the city's most expensive areas, they are often walking on Qatari-owned land. Their power goes beyond real estate. Qatar owns shares in some of the biggest companies in the world, like Volkswagen, Barclays Bank, and Paris Saint-Germain PSG, one of Europe's top soccer teams. Their ownership of PSG is not just about sports. It is about promoting Qatar's name worldwide. By signing famous players like Lionel Messi, Neymar, and Kylian Mbappé, they have turned PSG into a global brand, making sure everyone knows about Qatar. Even the media is under their control. Al Jazeera, one of the world's most powerful news networks, is funded by the Qatari government. While it claims to be an independent news source, many people believe it supports Qatar's political goals. Through media, sports, and smart investments, the royal family has made Qatar a powerful country, even though it is a small nation with fewer people than most big cities. Thailand's king is Qatar's Amir. Qatar's leader, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, is one of the richest royals in the world, but he is not the wealthiest. That title belongs to Thailand's King Maha Vajiralongkorn, who controls about $43 billion, much more than Qatar's ruler. Both men have huge fortunes, but they live very different lives and use their power and money in very different ways. Sheikh Tamim, the ruler of Qatar, keeps a low profile compared to other royals. He invests in big businesses, luxury properties, and sports teams to keep Qatar powerful without attracting too much attention. His family's wealth comes from Qatar's large supply of natural gas. Instead of spending money in a flashy way, they invest in banks, luxury brands, and real estate, making their fortune grow quietly. King Vajiralongkorn of Thailand does the opposite. He is known for his extravagant lifestyle and spends most of his time in Germany instead of Thailand. Unlike Sheikh Tamim, who uses his wealth to make Qatar more powerful in the world, Vajiralongkorn is famous for showing off his riches. Both leaders have one thing in common: control. Qatar's royal family works behind the scenes, but their financial influence is felt worldwide. Thailand's king has taken billions of dollars in state assets and put them under his name, giving him direct power over businesses, land, and Thailand's economy, while Sheikh Tamim strengthens his rule by building global influence. But Chulalongkorn keeps his power by controlling Thailand completely, even making sure the government obeys him. Can they last? The royal families of Qatar and Thailand may seem untouchable, but history shows that no empire lasts forever. No matter how much money and power they have, things can change. The world is moving fast, and the problems these rulers face today could decide what happens to them in the future. Qatar's ruling family became rich because of oil and natural gas. They turned a small desert country into a major world power. Qatar has the third largest natural gas reserves in the world, and it sells energy to many countries in Europe and Asia. However, energy markets are not always stable. The world is starting to use more renewable energy, and someday oil and gas might not be as valuable. If that happens, Qatar's economy and the royal family's fortune could suffer. That is why Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani is spending a lot of money on technology, banking, and sports. Qatar has invested billions in artificial intelligence, finance, and big events like the FIFA World Cup. The plan is to make money from different industries so that the country stays rich even if oil is not valuable anymore. But will that be enough? Can Qatar's royal family keep their power without their biggest source of money? Thailand's King Maha Vajiralongkorn has a different problem. His fortune does not come from one industry like Qatar's. Instead, it is directly connected to Thailand's economy. The issue is that many people in Thailand are starting to question why their king controls $43 billion while many citizens struggle to make a living. In recent years, protests have broken out and people are asking for changes, or even the end of the monarchy. Unlike Qatar's royal family, which controls the country without much opposition, Thailand's monarchy is facing serious problems from inside the country. In the end, money is not enough to stay in power. Rulers must be smart and change with the times. The real question is not just whether the rulers of Qatar and Thailand will last, but when their power will truly be tested. Because history has proven that even the richest kings can fall. Qatar's royal wealth is incredible, but will it last? As the world changes, even the wealthiest people must adapt. Will their empire continue, or will history repeat itself? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.